Hello. I hope you can hear me. Well, anyway, yeah. Yeah, hello everyone. I'm back. So my name again is Maya, and I'm an ESL or online ESL teacher. And it's been a while that I have made a video about online teaching. So somehow I miss doing videos or editing videos for me to be able to share with you guys everything that I know and for me to be able to also help other people who would want to be an online English teacher. Okay, so what I will be showing you is one of the lessons that I have or that I had with my favorite student. Yeah, she's actually one of my favorite students. So these days there are a lot of apps or websites wherein we can make our own lesson materials for us to be able to teach English online. So this one that I will show you is a lesson that I made from Canva. Okay, so let's see. I will just show you on how to be able to teach English online, especially when you are dealing with kids. So this is just my sample lesson. So I hope you guys would understand how I do it. And I hope you guys would appreciate me showing some of the tips or if some of the tips that I do. And I hope that you could also learn some things on how to do or how to teach online. Okay, so let's play it. Okay, so that's the title of the lesson today, Aisha. What is it? Can you please read?
Day in my life.
Good. Okay. Oh, sorry. So, day in my life. So, we are talking or we are going to talk about daily routines. Okay. Can you please read it? Okay. So, one of the most important things in online teaching is your voice. So, you actually have to be very active and perky, especially when you are dealing with kids, especially when your students are aging from, let's say, 6 years old to 12 years old. So I may be speaking like so softly right now because there's actually someone with me in the room sleeping. So I have to tone down my voice a little bit. But when I do my class, I actually do it like livelier than my voice now. Okay. So that's one good thing. So you have to be very active. Your voice has to be very active and perky. And you have to catch your students' attention as early as you start the lesson.
My name is, and let me share with you who my
Daily.
daily routine routine looks like.
Okay, very good. I want you to pronounce these words again, Aisha. All right. But before that, when you see a blank, can you see this? This blank?
Yes,
Okay. So that means you are to state your name. So my name is Aisha. All right. Can you do that again, please?
my name is Aisha, and let me share with you who my daily routine looks like.
Okay. Now let's. All right. So I'll just let the read or I just let the student read the paragraph. Okay. And well, I do it I do the correction right after the student talks or right after the student read the whole paragraph. So I actually don't have the student corrected right after he or she mispronounced one word, but I do it after. I do it after they finished reading a sentence or after they finished reading a paragraph. Go to those words one by one. All right, can you please say this word share
Share
with
with
how?
how
Okay, remember Aisha, okay? Daily,
daily
routine,
routine
looks like.
looks like.
Okay, very nice. Thank you. Now, can you please read it again?
My name is Aisha, and let me share with you daily routine looks like.
Okay, we will practice saying that word while we are discussing this lesson, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, are you ready?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. All right. So that's how I do it, guys, as what I have mentioned earlier. So I have the student corrected whenever they mispronounce the word right after they finish reading a sentence or a paragraph. And as what you can see on Canva, okay, this platform is actually very useful. Like you can actually use all of these tools. Let me see. Yeah, you can actually see all these tools that you can use for you to be able to get the student's attention. So these are the main tools when you use Canva in making lessons. So you can actually like underline something or maybe write something. Maybe you can write your name here and you can circle something or something like that. And you can also let the student do it too. Okay, so my student Aisha is actually very techy. She knows on how to use the tools on Canva too or on Zoom. So I actually don't have a hard time giving her instructions. And these actually are all of the tools that you can use. Okay. By the way, you might get confused because I mentioned about Zoom. So we actually do the class via Zoom, but the lesson materials are made from Canva. Okay. So using Zoom, I think, well, at first, I actually didn't like Zoom. However, when I started using it, it's like very useful. I started liking it already. And I think it's one of my favorite apps in teaching online. Okay, so let's see how it goes again. Oops, sorry. Okay. So let me check. Did you watch our video yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so let's go. So this word, Aisha, can you please read it again? Can you please say it again?
Daily.
Okay, daily.
Daily.
Good. And this?
Routine.
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 Very good. So daily means, can you read, please?
every day.
Good. And routine means?
A small series of things that you do at a brit- bruti- part- particular time.
Okay. Thank you, Aisha. Now let's go to those words one by one. Can you say usual?
Usual,
Okay. Again, please. Usual.
usual,
Okay. Letter C. Okay. So vowels, Aisha. Letters U and letters U. Vowels. So you pronounce letter S as if you are reading letter Z. Okay. So instead of S, you say Z. Usual. Okay. So I think I was being so technical with the student. So whenever the student mispronounce a word, so we always have to have them corrected and teach them on how to properly pronounce it. Okay. And as I always say that I do it right after a student read or finished reading a certain sentence or a certain paragraph. Okay, and that's also one of the most important things in online teaching. So you see to it, you see to it that the student is actually learning from the things that you teach them, and they can actually read. However, they are having a hard time pronouncing some words or some unfamiliar words that they don't know how to properly pronounce yet. So that's actually the main job of online English teaching.
usual,
Good job. So you say that again. Usual,
usual,
series,
serious,
things.
thanks,
Can you say that?
that,
Okay, so this is the most important things to use, or why do you have to use these tools? Okay, so these tools actually you can use it whenever you are to let the student pronounce some words. Okay, so yeah, that's very useful and it's very interactive. Good. And particular
particular,
time.
time,
Very good. Now, can you please read it again? What does routine mean?
agile,
Oh, sorry.
series of things that particle time.
Okay. Usual series of things that you do at a particular time. Say that again, please, or read that again, Aisha.
Usual er, series of things that you do at a particular time.
Particular.
Particular.
Okay, that means fixed. Okay, so that's how I do it, guys. So I think every teacher has their own styles or techniques. But for me, I am very soft, like I approach the students very well, like as if they won't get intimidated or they won't get offended when I correct or when I teach them on how to properly pronounce a word. So let's move on to the lessons. I will show you that we actually include videos whenever we teach. So we just get some videos on YouTube and we'll let the student watch it. And then right after they watch it, we actually ask questions and then they would answer it. And in that way, we would know if the student is really learning.
Brush my teeth. Brush my teeth. I brush my teeth. Wash my.
So that's just the video that I showed her. So let's just skip that. Okay, and we just move on with the lesson. Sorry, I forgot to erase something. Okay, so this is actually an hour lesson. So you really have to gauge your students' attention for them to be able to listen to you. And it's a good thing that my student is very nice and she can actually follow instructions. But then there are other students who doesn't know on how to follow instructions, especially the beginner ones, like maybe the 4 to 6 year old ones. So dealing with those students is like a lot harder, I think, than teaching students who are like 10 years old up. Because the students who are already 10 years old or 10 years old or higher, they already go to school, so they already have their teachers and they can actually follow instructions already. Oops, sorry.
Wake up, get up.
Okay, so this word or this sign, Aisha, this one, sorry, this, you can say it as or. Okay, so the
Okay.
words wake up or get up are the same. Okay,
Okay.
all right, can you please read the sentence?
What?
Oh, sorry, can you please read this, Aisha?
I wake up at 7 a.m. First thing I do is fix my bed.
So I think we're gonna do something else. Okay. So this is just this is just how I do the lesson, guys. So if you have any questions, you can just comment down below and I will try my best to answer every question that you may ask. And maybe I can make another video of some of the classes that I had with that student, Aisha, because she's actually very good. And what else? I can also show you on how to make lessons using Canva next time. And again, if you have any other questions, you can just comment down below. And maybe if you have some time, or maybe if you like the video, you can click on subscribe for me to have more subscribers. I'm actually starting again because my old YouTube account is like already old and I haven't been posting videos from that account. So I made a new one. That's why I have few subscribers. So I hope, or I would really appreciate it if you could click subscribe, and yeah, I would be great. I would be very grateful for that. And yeah, so this will be it for now. Or I mean, this will be it for today, guys. I gotta plug my laptop because it's low battery. So I will make another video of other lessons that I've had from some of my students too. And yeah, I hope to see you again. Keep watching this video.